Hey, what's up everyone? If you've been searching for a rural property in Nova Scotia, you've likely come across sources of drinking water other than municipal in the listing cuts. Since only about 60% of Nova Scotians get treated drinking water from municipal water utilities, it's very common to find other sources of water in use here. From drilled and dug wells to sand points and straight from the source, like lakes, rivers, streams, and springs, you might find yourself drowning in the terminology. So if you've been scratching your head wondering what the heck a sand point is, you've come to the right place. We're going to break it down for you right here, right now. Hi and welcome to the Team Dukes channel. My name is Karen, and if you're new here, my partner Pete and I share the details of the local real estate market here in the lovely Annapolis Valley, Nova Scotia. We showcase our local neighborhoods, share real estate tips and tricks, and essentially give you the lowdown on the local market trends so that you can buy and sell with confidence. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So we're talking about drinking water today. I'm sure most of you are already familiar with municipal water services. Basically, that's the government-owned and operated water distribution system. Essentially, they collect it, they treat it, and then they send it to your house through pipes and mains. There's not really much explanation needed here. Unfortunately, not every Nova Scotian home can be connected to the municipal water system, so other options have to be used. One example is a dug well. It's generally hand dug using a backhoe or a shovel. It's lined with concrete crocks, backfilled for reinforcement, and then capped off. The hole is usually quite shallow, and it grabs the water from the top layers of the soil. Because of that, the risk of contamination is quite high, so the well water has to be treated well. A drilled well, on the other hand, goes much deeper into the ground. They're drilled using a drilling machine, and these guys can get up to 300 to 400 meters, or about 1,000 feet in depth. They're sealed off at the top, but because of that depth, it's not unusual for the water to be quite muddy, so added filtration systems are often seen. It's also fairly common in Nova Scotia to find other water treatment systems in place. Sometimes it's to treat bacteria using a UV filter, for example, and other times it's to treat a naturally occurring contaminant from our soil, like arsenic, manganese, and iron are all fairly common here. A sand point is another groundwater source that's created by driving a narrow screen pipe down into a layer of sand that contains water. That pipe is connected to a jet pump that's plumbed into the home. Sand points generally don't get much deeper than 25-30 feet or about 8 or 9 meters. And the thing with sand points is the water table fluctuates and they generally don't give off large amounts of water anyway. And since they're pulling from the groundwater, the water can be quite dirty. By design, it's fairly easy for that pipe to get clogged up, and there's usually no surface seal material installed either, so the risk of contamination is high. While most local plumbers won't install a new sand point, there are a few that might pull the pipe up, clean it out, and reinstall it for you if it does get clogged. Sand points often require filters and water treatment systems as well, so don't be surprised by that. So there you have it, guys, a really short summary of our most common water sources here in the Annapolis Valley. Floated over a lot of the detail just to get you the down and dirty, so if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.